Hello everybody, I'm Tracie Mahan and this is my YouTube channel. Make sure you click subscribe and the little bell so you get notified when I post these readings and other things I post, like the Ascension activation sessions, QHHT, and the channeled videos with Jason. Okay, so this is going to be the reading for June 28th, 29th, and 30th. I cannot believe it is the end of June. And hello, Mercury retrograde, by the way, just in case you weren't aware. It's coming. Well, we're in the shadow, so it's kind of here. All right, we'll see what the cards have to say. Okay, so here we go. We've got the Hidden Realm Tarot cards, we've got the Fairy Force cards, and we've got the Mystical Wisdom cards. And before I got started, they all were saying, hey, we got some great things to say about this weekend. Let's hope they weren't lying to us. So let's go ahead and get into that. We're going to ask these beautiful cards to give us information as a collective for this weekend coming up. And here I am with my goofy shuffling again. What is it that these beautiful cards would like us to know for the weekend coming up as a collective? As a collective, what would these beautiful cards like us to know for the weekend coming up? Okay. What would these cards like us to know for the weekend coming up as a collective? And this one is how we go into the week. This one is what we're bringing to it. This one is what we're not seeing. That one is going to be on the side. This one is going to be the action step and the outcome. So why did I put that on the side? Because that's when I heard when it flipped out. Otherwise I would have put it right here. So we can always remember that it's also going to be an action step card is what it could have been. So this is about new beginnings. Something new is coming. New beginnings, exciting new beginnings, something fun. Something fun's going to happen. Where's my other cards? Okay. Now we're going to ask the next deck of cards. What is it that you have for us as a collective for information for the weekend of June 28th, 29th, and 30th? What is it that you have for us as a collective? What would you like us to know as a collective for June 28th, 29th, and 30th, 2019? And remember, if you're watching this at any other time, it is not time sensitive. You are drawn to this reading for a reason. So there's something in it for you, and hopefully, and it doesn't matter when you're listening to it. Okay. Let's see what this one has to say for us. Going into it, the energy we're putting into the weekend. What is it we're not seeing behind the corner? I don't know why my camera's got to keep going in and out of focus like that. What is the action step? What is the outcome? Okay. Okay. Let's go for Mystical Wisdom. Okay. What is it that the collective would like us, or that this deck of cards would like us to know as a collective for June 28th, 29th, and 30th for 2019? Okay, I know I sound distracted. It's because I'm focusing so hard to shuffle these without throwing them all over the place. So we'll do that. And what is it you would like us to know as a collective for 2019, June 28th, 29th, 30th? There we go. And there's quite a glare on those cards. I hope we can see them when we go to read that. Okay, we got the cards. Now, let's pull out the ever trusty little pendulum here. And we got barking. Okay, so now let's get back to that. Let's ask is, oh, here's what I'm asking. See, I got all distracted with the dog. Okay, so we are asking is, for the pendulum to please show me yes. Wonderful. Thank you. And please show me no. Wonderful. And thank you. And are these three cards the correct cards for this position? Beautiful. Are these three cards the correct cards for this position? Absolutely wonderful. Are these three cards the correct cards for this position? Very good. Are these three cards the correct cards for this position? Do I need to add the card that fell out? Perfect. If I add the card that fell out, will these cards be the correct cards for this position? Do I need to remove the card that is sitting in this position? Okay. All right, guys. This is how it works. Okay. Now, does the card I pulled belong in the reading? Thank you. Does the card I pulled belong in the outcome slot? Does the card I pulled belong in a clarifying spot? Okay, how funny is that? It's the one that goes over here. Okay, is this correct outcome for this reading? And that's a yes. All right, you guys all saw why I do that now. Now let's find out what that's all about. Let's go find out. All right. There's lots of celebrating going on here. Okay, so we're going into the weekend. Possibly there's a lot of parties. I don't know. They're celebrating here and celebrating here before the gathering. Celebration, an event. Maybe there's a wedding this weekend. Maybe there's a party, a graduation party, a wedding. Something's going on this weekend, but you're going to party. And whatever's happening with that, we got the moving forward card and the going into the weekend. So maybe there's something you're moving forward from that happened this week that you're celebrating. Okay, so there's a lot of different scenarios for why we might be celebrating here, but there is celebration coming. Okay, so going into it, celebrating. Trying to think, do I have any celebrations? I think I'm just going to celebrate the week. Surrendering. I'm going to surrender. We always like that, right? We get that card in here all the time. There is, there's something that, as I'm just looking at that card to get the energy off of it, there's something there that you're just ready to be done with. It's not even like you're surrendering anymore. It's like you've already been there. You're done. You're tired. You're over it. Move on. And that's probably what that going forward card is about. Moving on. You're moving forward and you're celebrating. You got a new direction, right? So maybe there's still some residue of this one to let go of, but you're moving on. Okay, cool. You're looking at the world with a whole new set of eyes, and you're seeing the beauty, and whatever was going on before that you had to surrender to and just let go of, again, you're done, you're ready to celebrate a new direction, and you're moving forward, and this is the eyes looking at the new prize, the new direction. And then we've got the dragon card for discovering your courage. And yeah, it probably took some courage to let go of the old thing and start looking at something new coming in its place, because you probably worked hard to get where you were with the thing you had to leave behind, whether it was a relationship or it was a work thing or whatever it might be. Maybe you had to move to a new house. Who knows? That's who knows. But what is hidden? Nice. You have so much to look forward to. You're looking forward. So much to look forward to. And there's divine gifts along the way. There's inspiration. You've been through an awakening. This was not an easy process. You had to really look deep to get your answers, to get to this point of letting it go. Now you get to celebrate. And maybe you had a little bit of the blues going on, a little bit of sadness going on with that. And maybe that's still kind of hidden. It's hard to say goodbye to something you worked hard on. And so maybe that was something that that you're still releasing some of the pain around that. And that's okay. You can do that and still celebrate. Nobody's expecting anybody to just get over it that quickly, right? So if there's something that you had to walk away from, someone, something, some job, place, person, whatever it was, it's okay to still have some of the blues going on there, even if other people are seeing something different and thinking you need to be celebrating, maybe they're not seeing that, you know, you're a little wounded still by needing to walk away, but you do have stuff to look forward to, and you have some divine inspiration and some gifts and some awakening coming from that. And as we said earlier, then you've got a new beginning that shows up in here, you know, moving forward, new beginning, having the courage to move forward, something to look forward to. The veil is now thinned, whatever it is that you needed to move forward from and release. You're probably seeing some more truth around that now, and it might be making that decision a little bit easier, might be giving you clarity why you needed to move away from it. It's all good. Yes, and then we've got the owl, which is about following your intuition, and again, moving forward wiser, and you've learned something from this particular event. You learned something from it. Yep. Okay. This is kind of weird that this is in the outcome place, so I'm kind of curious what this card over here is, but I was thinking this should be over here, but it's in the outcome, and it's the death card. It's about the thing that fell away, but you know me, I like the crow. The crow means magic. So whatever fell away was making room for the magic to come in. And this one is saying, hey, you might have felt like you made a sacrifice. You might be feeling like you were up here with the blues, and over here where you feel like you had to surrender something. You had to make a sacrifice. But you know what? The feeling I get with that sacrifice card is, what's that saying? Rejection is God's protection. There's something else. There's something else coming in that is so strong and so beautiful. You just haven't got to see it yet. It's something to look forward to, but you don't know what it is yet. That's in the hidden thing. They're making room for it. New beginning. They're making room for it. So just trust that the sacrifice is worth it. And they want you to take a breath and just relax a little bit. Just relax. Something's coming. So now we're going to do some other cards. Yep, something here to look forward to. You're going to need to be ready. You're going to need to be ready to look at how he's crouched in the bushes there. He needs to be ready. He's ready. There's another card. Maybe it'll fall out too, but this card and the other card that I'm thinking of, they always, to me, it's like, so this is somebody that makes a great leader, by the way. This is somebody that's ready. They're just ready. Finding the words. This guy, when this opportunity, this new beginning that you're looking forward to right here, when this shows itself, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. Okay? You are ready to jump on whatever it is, and you're having patience and you're being still for that to show up for you, but you are being ready. So please give us some more clarifying cards on the outcome. We're asking for clarifying cards on the outcome to the reading for June 28th, 29th, and 30th, 2019. Please give us some more clarification on that. That one threw out a whole bunch of cards. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to read them. That's what I'm going to do. You've been working hard at building something. You've had to release something in order to make room for it. You've put out your dreams of what you want, and then you're going to have a reason to celebrate it. So just hang tight. You're going to have that reason to celebrate, and you're going to have the epiphany to bring it all together. And you may feel like you're going solo. That's one of the things that's popping in here. You may feel like you're going solo right now, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's where you need to be right now, because your energy, you bring somebody else right now, you bring somebody else into this, and it's going to scatter the energy, and it's not going to have the same results. That's what's popping in. And this card is talking about pick your battles wisely, which is kind of confirming what I'm saying here. So if you brought somebody else in right now on what you're doing, the project you're working on, even though it's not fun to be solo all the time, some of you might be excited that you're doing this solo. But if you're not, just know that now is not the right time to bring in a partner. And I'm going to bring up that whole Mercury retrograde thing again as well. We're in the shadow of it right now. That started last Wednesday. We're in the shadow of Mercury in retrograde. That means that you're going to have to double check everything, communication, directions, places, whatever. You revisit things during a Mercury retrograde as well. And if you're not familiar with Mercury retrograde, please go Google it, because it would take too long in the reading to explain it. But now is not the time to bring in a partnership of anything. And you need to pick your battles wisely, because people in Mercury retrogrades get a little bit more cranky because things aren't working, things feel stuck, they feel like they're going backwards. And so people might be feeling a little frustrated with that energy. So be careful, just breathe, move through it, because you have amazing things coming. And you're heading into a time of healing, whatever it is. If this is job, you're healing your work stuff. If this is relationship, you're healing your relationship stuff. It's a time for healing something, and just trust that timing. And let's see what the fairies have to say about clarifying. Let's clarify this reading. Yep, it's all about lessons. You've learned a lot of lessons over here. We've learned a lot of lessons this year, haven't we, folks? Yes, indeed. And so we are waiting, and we're in this. You may feel like you're in a timeout a little bit in the Mercury retrograde, and I'm telling you that's going to last all of July. And there is a little shadow into August. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't get to do anything during Mercury retrograde. It just means to have patience, because things are moving forward for you. But you need to have patience, and you need to think before you act. You need to pick your battles wisely. Wrong one. Do you know which one that is? And then you need to be wise when you act on something. And we got the Prince of Abundance coming in here. So whatever it is you're working on, that new beginning, the thing to look forward to, it's bringing something of desire into your life with great abundance. And this is something that is something. Now, this is the Fate card, the promise. This is a contract. This is something that you set up for yourself a long, long time ago. So just know that you are working towards something that you came into this world to do. You came in to do it. And so trust yourself. Trust yourself. There is going to be reason to celebrate. They want you to just relax this weekend and celebrate. You're moving forward. You've surrendered the other thing. You got that energy out of the way. It's opening doors for creativity and for guidance and for opportunities and for divine inspiration. And they're saying, hey, you got stuff to look forward to here. There's good things coming. But you may have a little bit of a feeling of stalling and waiting. It may not come in as fast as you are hoping, just because we're in the Mercury retrograde, and it may slow things down. Here's the other thing, though. This is something you have already started. Mercury retrograde is also known for bringing things that have started to into action now. So if you don't want to start something in a Mercury retrograde, but it sure as heck helps you finish it. And if you've already started it, then that's good energy behind your project. Okay. So just know that. And I think I'm going to leave you guys there to filter out the rest, because you're going into this weekend. It's summertime. It's like the last weekend of June. We got 4th of July coming up. Take a deep breath, go out and play, party, camp, enjoy your family, rest, get on the hammock, enjoy the shade. And actually over here we had a thunderstorm this week, so I don't know about the shade, but it is a nice day today. So go out and enjoy the weekend, because next week will bring you something even better. I'm sure of it. It's lining up. You see it over here. On Monday, we'll be looking at the rest of what the week is going to bring. And even my dog had something to say about that. Go rest. Go have a good weekend. And just breathe and not think about it. Go to my website, traciemahan.com, and check out the new posts that I've been putting up on YouTube. We went to a planet where they were training people how to be in a physical body so that they could come into the earth realm. It's kind of cool. And I even had a person experience being like a bird person, where she could fly, and it was such a beautiful thing. I didn't get to post that one, but it was just an amazing session, and just being able to fly is a pretty cool thing. So I thought it was fun. I'm out of ideas for what to put on here if you post, so maybe it'll be dealer's choice if you post something down there. If I can get to it, I have kind of a crazy weekend myself, but if I can get to it, I'll surprise you with something. It might be one of the 3 things that I've already done, because I'm kind of out of ideas of what you might need. So, all right. Thank you guys. Thank you all. And when you click like, it really helps me. So click like, post, loving all the positive posts that everybody's sharing and how these readings do resonate with you. Love that. The feedback is amazing and awesome. And I love you guys. And I will see you next week. Have a good weekend.